Well, hello and welcome, softball fans from around Auckland and around the world. Welcome to Starling Ballpark here. That is Ranui and Auckland's West. You're watching the annual Waitakere Bears Classic Tournament here on behalf of the Waitakere Bears Softball Club and, of course, on their YouTube channel. I'm Jason Gerbies, a.k.a. Chopper, taking along in this one with my broadcast partner, Kayla Clark. You'll get to meet her shortly. Well, 5 teams entered this tournament, 3-day tournament on Friday night, for the right to be the champion, and we're down to the last 2. It will be Otahuhu taking on Mount Albert Ramblers. It's game number 15. It is the grand final. We are in for a good one. Let's give you the fielding lineup for Waitakere. Sorry, not Waitakere. Of course, it is Otahuhu, and that'll be Hokomo at left, Marker at centre, and O'Brien at right. First pitch comes down from Lauren Parker, is just below the zone. Miki Cooper Nicole will be in the hot corner. Logan Moreland will be starting at shortstop. Madison Gerbies at 2. Gretchen O'Coin at first base. Alex Bloom behind the dish. And as we mentioned, Lauren Parker with 2 straight balls here. To lead-off hitter, that is Leah Stockford. Zoe Tolliff will hit second. Tomoko Gura will hit 3. Katrina Nuku, designated player and coach in this one, hits in the clean-up spot. That one comes through the zone. Lisa Maldron will be hitting 5. Brooke Whiteman will be the 6th hitter. Leilani Andrew, Tyler Morrison, and Nelia Fa'ngunga will be your starting lineup for Mount Albert Ramblers offensively in this one. This one comes through and grabs part of the zone. So through nice and quickly here as we get started in this one. Beautiful day here, bit of breeze coming in. Shortstop will grab this one, Moreland. You'll see her arm. There is no time to muck around when that shortstop grabs the ball, that's for sure. Kayla, bring you in here. Mount Albert Ramblers, Otahuhu. Grand final here this afternoon. What do you think we're going to see?
It's going to be a really tough game. I mean, they played against each other this morning, and Ramblers coming up on top. I think it's going to be a really fight, especially with Otahuhu coming back in the back, wanting to take this one. So it'll be whoever lasts the longest, really.
Whoever will last the longest, we'll find out for sure as we do indeed. Next batter is Leah Stockford, the shortstop. Lauren Parker, remember, got the start here in this one. Hard hit ball for the 5-6 hole. Nice stroke by Stockford. She'll go down to first base. Just checking, sorry, that was, I skipped one of my batters in my lineup here. That was Zoe Tolliff batting there that hit that one through the 5-6 hole. A little bobble by the second baseman, Gerbies, but regathers to get Tomoko Gura out of first base. And it's 2 down. Of course, I missed that out there of the out of Stockford. How did Stockford get out? We were chatting away.
Ooh, that's a good one. Stockford
was before Tolliff hit that one through the gap there.
Yeah, I think it was a
ground.
ground
Was ground out to shortstop,
that's
right?
Yeah.
Let's tidy up the scorebook a little bit. So it was Tolliff with a hit to left field. Remember, she's been outstanding, Tolliff. And it's Katrina Nuku, player coach here for Mount Albert Ramblers. Long-time White Sox member, Nuku. Now taking over the reins as the head coach for Mount Albert Ramblers. First strike on her. Ball low. Put together a piece of work, did Nuku this week?
Yeah, Nuku has come through, and she's throughout the weekend she's had 3 RBIs as well. She's doing quite solid in the bat, especially as a player coach.
So a chance to pad that RBI lead here does Nuku 308 batting average to go with those 3 RBIs. So outstanding effort from the player coach. Just had a baby too.
She did. Yes,
Feeding
she did.
the baby
She's still
between
going.
innings, they're telling me.
Yep.
Yeah, outstanding.
No time. Yeah, no time wasted.
Mama's going to go to work. Parker. Little change of pace there, just a little short of the zone. Well, we talk a little bit about the third place team this week. Obviously the hosts, Waitakere Bears. You're going to be very impressed with Championship Sunday out of them today.
Yes, absolutely. Coming from losing practically almost every game
Yep.
yesterday and having a bit of a change, you know, it was really good that we came through. I was really impressed with the girls today. Just unfortunate we lost, you know.
Yes,
Otahuhu in the
but it was a
semis.
great matchup,
Oh, it was
right?
a great match.
Very
yeah.
much so. I mean, don't worry about the first 2 days of this tournament. You guys turned up. 21 runs in 3 games. You've got to be very, very happy about that production.
Absolutely happy.
I see you still running around in centre field out there. Legs must be still healthy, eh?
Yeah.
Good on you. Couple of 100 matches in the AFC NFS competition. Outstanding contribution. Congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
Feat. See Nuku Nuku just fighting it off here, trying to find her pitch. Maldron will follow her, left fielder, then Whiteman. 2 down, of course, in the top of the first innings. This one skies up. Gerbies tries to take it, calls mine, bobbles the ball, then the throw home, and luckily, slides around the back edge. Second baseman calls mine, but then can't gather it. Then rushes a little to make the throw home. The ball not getting there in time. And because of that, Ramblers will open the scoring 1-0. Lisa Maldron now stepping to go to work. Hard hit ball. That'll go to right field. First pitch. So Maldron not mucking around there. Not even a chance to get his stats out. We'll save that for her next step back.
That we will.
Brooke Whiteman now the first basewoman for Mount Albert Ramblers. Fouls that one off, does Whiteman.
Whiteman's had 2 RBIs this weekend as well.
So knows how to convert when the opportunity arises. The first basewoman for Mount Albert Ramblers. Well, we saw what Mount Albert Ramblers did in the first sudden death semi-final, major semi-final earlier today. And one comes off the glove of Gerbers at second base, taking the second hop. And I'll bring out the coach to see if he can calm things down here a little bit. Mount Albert Ramblers, though, jumping all over it. 2 runs already.
Getting ahead as fast as they can, eh?
Time to calm things down here a little bit as they will grab a huddle here. Well, Otahuhu, well, we were just saying before that Mount Albert Ramblers in the earlier semi-final today jumped out to an early lead with 1 run in the first innings as well. And just kind of shocked Otahuhu there. That was against Lauren Parker. In this case today, though, well, this innings, neither of these runs were Parker's fault. Leilani Andrew will be the next batter as they come out of the huddle. Swinging over the top of that offering is Andrews. Good velocity on the pitch out of Parker.
Leilani's also had 4 RBIs this weekend as well.
She's outstanding. We saw a couple of good hits from her earlier today. One to left field, one to right field did Leilani Andrews. So she definitely brought her bat today to play. That one pops foul. Set and ready here, Leilani Andrews again. Fouls that one back to the screen. Come all the way through the ranks, I believe, Andrews, through the Mount Albert Ramblers club. This one is down the main trunk and will take care of business. Leave 2 stranded here, but not before Mount Albert Ramblers. They capitalise on a couple of errors here from Otahuhu. Shaky start in the field. 2 runs they score, and they lead this ball game. We'll stay with you because we'll give you the update of what's happening for the lineups for the bottom of the first innings.
Get comfortable. Grab your loved ones, or grab your love partner. And if you're by yourself, no worries. Just follow after me. Gonna do the 2-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with 'em. Do the whole damn.
Well, no time for a 2-step here. Bottom of the first innings, it is Mount Albert Ramblers that are leading 2 runs to 0 at this point. And we will set the fielding lineup for the the Mount Albert's team as they come pouncing out of here. That'll be Lisa Maldron at left, Tomoko Gura at centre, and Gabby Morare at right field. Leilani Andrew will be in the hot corner. Leah Stockford at shortstop. Nila Fangunga will be starting at second base. Brooke Whiteman is at first. Zoe Toloff will be behind the dish for the starter, Tyler Morrison, but you can't go past a good centre fielder.
Yeah, Tomo's done exceptionally well. She's left her mark every time she's come back from to play with Ramblers. On the defence, she's superb. She knows where to track the ball. She knows how to get the ball, and she knows how to bring it in.
Offensively, let's look at Otahuhu now. Miriam Makia will lead off. Alex Bloom will be hitting too. Logan Moreland, outstanding hitter, is the shortstop input player from Sacramento. Tanisha Hakomo will be hitting clean-up. Gretchen O'Coin, Lauren Parker, Ariana Kingi, and Kayla Lee O'Brien will be followed by Madison Gerbies hitting in the 9 spot. But can you go past the clean-up hitter today?
Oh, Tiny did really, really well in the previous game, hitting an automatic against us. So if she can keep that bat going, she's going to be superb. Defensively, they're going to have a good, they're going to have their money going at the moment.
Without a doubt. Well, outstanding set both ways here for you. Should be a goodie as we go to the bottom of the first innings. Oh, a little something new here in the grand final. They are going to play a power play, Kayla. And that is at any time through the match, the coach can nominate a power play innings, and you get to place a runner on second base. Otahuhu have done that from the get-go, so Madison Gerbies will be running at second here as they start the first innings. That power play, your coach can choose it twice through the match. Any innings you choose. Of course, the head coach for Mount Albert Ramblers haven't used it yet, so they can use it at any time they choose as well. That one comes through the zone. Well, Tyler Morrison, she was outstanding this morning in her efforts. First time they hit her from Otahuhu yesterday. But boy, they didn't hide her today. Complete game. Marquette drives one up the middle. It'll plate Gerbies with these as it goes to the fence. Marquette will choose to go to 3. Holding up at 2 is plenty as they will swap places as the power play comes good. They pick up a run. 2-1 the scoreline now. Tyler Morrison, we said, pitched outstanding in the earlier match, pitched the whole game against Otahuhu for the win, but she did pitch well also leading into this. Bunters down off the bat of Bloom, and the sacrifice is perfect as Markey has moved over to third base. So to bring up the bat now, Logan Moreland, shortstop for Otahuhu.
Logan's had impressive hitting with a batting average of 0.857. She's also scored 13 RBIs this whole weekend.
Wow.
She's a solid hitter. Definitely leaving her mark in this tournament.
Well, she's got the war paint on today, and that'll be for a reason. She'll want to hunt the title. To be fair, though, she had not seen Tyler Morrison until this morning, and Tyler Morrison bent her backwards twice. I think a couple of strikeouts this morning. So, at least one anyway. But Tyler Morrison will have to go through this Otahuhu batting lineup, another complete game here to try and pick up the win in this one. If we look at some of the past results, this tournament starting back in 2010, Waitakere Bears picking up the wins there in 10, 12, and also in 14, and joint winners in 17. So a lot of good favourable results for Waitakere Bears. This one's down. Squeeze play. Oh, she dodged it. She does it. How did she do that? Are you kidding me? How does she do that? It's a squeeze play from the dangerous hitter, Moreland. Waitakere is stone cold Steve Austin coming home because the catcher's got the ball, but she somehow does the matrix and dodges the tag, and that's what they've adjudicated to get safe. We have a tied ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Unreal. Well, we talked about it here at the beginning of the shop here. Denicia Hakomo with the big blast against Waitakere Bears in the game before this one. She will step in to go to work now. And it's another bunt. So you can see the respect given to Tyler Morrison here after what she did against Otahuhu in the first match. Coach Brea going with the short ball here, even from the home run hitter in Hokamo. Well, the results from those previous Junior White Sox won it in 2011. How about that? Magpies won the tournament in 13 and in 16. Ramblers shared the title last year, but the reigning champions is Otahuhu, so they're looking to go back-to-back here. Change of pace out of Morrison, looks good. Now, Tyler Morrison had a bit of an injury, had to come back from.
Yeah, she did. So she ended up having surgery, took the season off, and coming back, and she's solid. You know, she's just pushing through, going back into travelling overseas with the New Zealand squad as well.
Right.
So she's doing really, really well.
Great opportunities here for the young hurler from Mount Albert Ramblers. Hard hit ball to the second baseman, but she'll take that one for Ngunga, but not before Otahuhu. Tie this one up. I don't know how Miriam Markey did that still now to this point, but we're through one complete. Kayla, what do you think so far?
Oh, it's an exciting game. Ball's being put in play. Girls are moving it. Ramblers are doing solid in the defensive area, and Otahuhu trying to come back in the offensive side as well. So, exciting game.
Exciting indeed. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the top of the second in just a short moment. 2-all. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And it'll be Tyler Morrison hitting for herself here to lead off in the top of the second innings. Tyler hitting in the 8th spot here. Whangunga are about after her. Then they'll go back to the top of the shop for Stockford. Parker set and fires. That was a cricket shot there. I'm sure that bounced first. Foul ball anyway. One and two the count now. This one fouls back to the net. This one pops up. Kirby's underneath it. She's busy today, and she will make the catch. It's one of those things when you commit a couple of errors, Scaler, sometimes the youngster can take a little bit to shake. Good to see her pick up that out.
Absolutely, she's done really well. I mean, she travelled a couple of weeks ago with the Blue Sox in Australia. She did exceptionally well.
Oh, yeah, of course, that's right. You were with that squad, weren't you?
I was.
Oh, wait, wow, wait a minute. How come you're not speaking Russian?
I do.
Okay. I heard you girls had a ball of a time.
Absolutely, the girls done fantastic.
Undefeated tour, I understand.
Yeah, undefeated.
The only thing defeated was probably the credit card from all the shopping, I'm told.
Yes, there was a bit of shopping going on over there. You know, a couple of rainouts, which wasn't. It was unfortunate.
Whatever.
When they played, they did really, really well. I was really proud of them.
Oh, awesome. That is really, really good. And the hosts over there, were they good?
Yes, they were very accommodating. You know, when things happen with the weather, you know, they made sure that they were there if we had change of plans. But no, they really, they definitely like the bus driver. He was very accommodating.
Awesome.
He ended up picking up on the Russian accent too.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, very good. And to see that ground out to Gerby, she still stays busy here. And good to see her getting a little bit more solid out there. Stockford now top of the shop for Mount Ramblers, moving quicker through the top of the second innings. Got to say, Parker here, the pitching for Otahuhu, a lot of ground outs. And it's exactly what you're after, I guess, when we started.
Yes, and just on Lauren Parker as well, she's also claimed 2 strikeouts as well.
Nice. Fantastic. Makes a difference when you can contribute up and down the lineup like that.
Absolutely.
Well, Stockford grounded out to shortstop, her first at bat. She watches that next pitch come through just above the zone. Gives it a nod, though. That was interesting. She nodded to say, yeah, that's a strike. And there was no strike call. She's like, oh, good. Slow roller. This will have to be a good transfer. And the transfer is brilliant. And the arm of Moreland, that girl has got some game, I tell you. Got to be happy with what you see defensively now for Otahuhu after that first innings, Kayla.
Absolutely. I know that she travelled with the ISA team recently as well, and she did very, very well. So Jamie's done really well bringing her over to play with Otahuhu this season.
Fantastic. So there we go, all done through the top of the second innings. We'll be back with the bottom. It is a tied ball game between Mount Ramblers and Otahuhu and the grand final here. Well, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, in the bottom of the second innings here as we get underway in the annual 2019 Waitakere Bears Fast Pitch Championship, the Classic. Great to have you along for this grand final between Otahuhu batting now and Mount Albert Ramblers in the field. Tyler Morrison against Lauren Parker was the pitching duel. Both teams can swing it, that's for sure. Gretchen O'Kern will lead off here. Lauren Parker will follow her. Ariana Kingi, the designated player, will go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the second inning. All locked up at 2 runs apiece. These two teams have faced each other twice this weekend. Here's one up the middle, and it just comes off the glove of Stockford. She would have done really well to get to that. Well, we've got both teams introduced to you out there as Lauren Parker comes up to bat. I guess, Kayla, there's a third team on the field.
Oh, it's the umpires, of course, the ones that run the game. So at first base we've got Lance Tripe. Second base we've got John Hickman. At third base we've got Matt Snedden. And behind the plate, Heidi Leithart.
Fantastic to have that type of experience behind the mask adjudicating in this one. A 4-man crew work in the final. Boy, oh boy, we are spoiled here this weekend. Lauren Parker watches that first pitch come through. Grabs the bottom of the zone. Zoe Toloff behind the dish here. A great addition to Mount Albert Ramblers this season, don't you think?
Yes, coming all the way from Howick. I know that she lives close to the Central. It's
Yeah.
a good transition for her as well.
Bunters down, up quickly as Andrews. No chance for O'Coin to sneak around to 3 on the play, but the sacrifice bunt is textbook and executed perfectly. Up the bat next will be at the bat here, of course, will be Ariana Kingi. She takes a low lifter across the bottom of the zone. Tries to change up, but just goes below it. Ariana Kingi here, looking to battle against Tyler Morrison. Change up is good. Off and running is O'Coin, and she will swipe third base on the swing. Looks like a hit and run play there almost, just with a change up swinging over the top of it. Will go down as a stolen base, of course, for O'Coin. 1-2 the count now. This one pops up. Going to the fence. And she'll make the catch as it bends back a little bit. Stays with it, does Leilani Andrews. Up the bat now will be the right fielder, Kylie O'Brien. He watches the first pitch go outside. Digs in now, does Kaya. Hard hit ball up the middle. And she will go down to first base and brings in the go-ahead run for Otahuhu. Now they lead 3 runs to 2. Time called by Katja Toloff, and she'll go out here to have a chat to her team just to make sure everyone's all settled, all set up properly here. 3 runs to 2. Mount Albert Ramblers grabbed those first 2 runs in the top of the first innings here, but Otahuhu just won't stop coming back at them, will they?
No, absolutely not. Even Kai this morning against Waitakere Bears, she did really, really well on the offensive side, and it's just obviously led into this game as well, so she's doing really well.
It's contagious, isn't it? When they hit, that's for sure. Madison Gerby's now the second basewoman. She will step in. 2 outs here on the bottom of the second innings. It is Otahuhu leading 3 runs to 2. Pick off down there. Lee O'Brien is back with a dive. Got to be very careful with the likes of Toloff behind the dish. Very athletic. Ball low. Gerby's going 2 walks and a hit pitch against Morrison in the earlier matchup. Those earlier matchups we mentioned between these two teams. Here's another hit pitched in on the leg, and Morrison looks up, not happy with herself, wanting to compete against Gerby's. Straight down to first base, no mucking around. Good to see the youngster not rubbing it either. Well, they have faced each other twice, they have. Otahuhu taking on Ramblers. 12-4 in the round robin match. That was the early 9 o'clock game yesterday. But this morning was a different kettle of fish. 6-2 Ramblers running out victors in that one. This one is looking a little bit different now as in Otahuhu's getting himself going a bit quicker. Zoe Toloff with the big offensive damage for Ramblers in that earlier semi-final today. Runners moving up 60 feet on that pass ball, of course. Miriam Amakia just flailing at it. Looking really confident in the batter's box, Car.
Yeah, absolutely. Even in the previous game, she did really well. Solid contacts, flat drives into the outfield as well. She contributed very well in the last game.
Well, Morrison having to dig deep here, trying to get out of this innings. That pitch is picture perfect on the outside edge. She'll need to use both sides of the plate here, and that brilliant change-up she possesses. Here comes the 1-2. It's that change-up, but the hands are back, and it falls in front of the outfielder, Murare. And it is Markia sliding into 2 with a double, but 2 RBIs. They pad the lead here, and it's now 5 runs to 2. When you're in those situations, and you've got 2 runners in scoring position, what is going through your mind?
Making contact and trying to get it through the gaps.
Yeah.
You know, you want to try and score your runs in, help your teammates out, and just keep the ball moving.
Well, definitely did that. Did Miriam Amakia, didn't she? 2 from 2 on the day. Full swing at the first pitch as Alex Bloom sacrificed bunt in her first at-bat. With 2 outs, she won't need to do that this time. As we mentioned earlier, Otahuhu only scored 2 or 3 runs against Tyler Morrison in the earlier semi-final about 3 hours ago. Often running as Markia. The ball is inside. Morrison wondering if it wasn't in the zone. What pitcher doesn't ask that question? 60 feet away is Otahuhu trying to pad their lead even further. Leading by 3 here. 2 outs at the bottom of the second innings. That's a hard one, but it'll go foul down the line. Just trying to say before, Kayla, they only scored 2 or 3 runs against Tyler Morrison in the earlier matchup. Jamie Breer comes out with a few squeeze plays, bunt plays, sacrifices to start this match off. Why would he do that instead of going long ball, you know? Why would he do that in this situation?
Put the pressure on the defensive side. You know, we know they can hit, and trying to get the ball moving, trying to move the players around. So that's what I would say that Jamie's trying to do, is just try to put pressure onto the other team.
Pressure igniting the offense, and it seems to be working because Bloom will drive one to the middle, and it is padding the lead. 6-2 now. with 2 outs here. They may bring in a temporary runner for the catcher. And it's a bit of an upgrade because that'll be Miriam Mamakia who'll come back out to run. Just crossed home plate, as you know, so they didn't even take a batting helmet off. Time called by Mount Albert Ramblers. So this bottom of the second innings, 4 runs here. That's 6 in total. Is there a pitching change in the wind maybe?
Maybe.
Or do we stick a little longer here?
I would say they'll stick a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And if they do get on top of her, then obviously the coaching staff will need to make a choice whether they bring in another pitcher, try and change the pace.
Yeah.
Or they back her to finish the game.
She's definitely the ace on the staff, is Tyler Morrison, for what we've seen here this week. But they do have other pitchers, of course.
Yes, they do.
And Katrina Nukunuku has passed on the message. There is 2 outs, just looking for that last out to get out of the innings. Logan Moreland now, the shortstop. She dropped the bunt on the squeeze play, if you remember. That Miriam Mamakia scored on. The bunt was right in front of the dish. The catcher had the ball, remember. I still don't know how Makia scored on that play.
Heidi says she was clean. She got it in.
There you go. Hard hit ball. Hasn't got the distance. It's in the jet plane. It's got a ticket, but it bounces just before the fence. Makia will score on it. Moreland will hold up on 2. If it wasn't for that westerly wind, it would have left the yard. Moreland continues her torrid attack on these pitches here this week, Kayla. We saw Hokomo, of course, with the big hit, as you mentioned earlier. It's her turn now as they pass the baton on.
Oh, yes. Very, very good hitter. The moment she makes contact, it just goes.
I never got to catch up with Tanisha. She's been offshore.
Yes, she has. Played in the States.
Right.
Yeah, and done very, very well for herself. And now she's come back, settled back home in New Zealand and found a home in Otahuhu.
Gotcha. So was that a university? She did a university degree?
Yes.
Right, gotcha. That's one of the opportunities this great game gives us, isn't it?
Yep.
A chance to play overseas, get an education.
Bringing over other talent too, you know, set
Yep.
up channels for the younger ones that do want to go and travel and play overseas, get that experience and bring it back home.
Yes. It's a good thing. That's for sure. One of the advantages of this great sport of fast pitch softball. This one's up. It's going back, but will go foul off the bat of Hokomo. She is on a tear at the moment. Steps back in, chokes up a little bit now. Trying to push it the other way. The wind will blow that out of action and it'll go foul down the line off the bat of Hokomo. And that one goes in the dirt. Working hard here. It's a battle out there at the moment, isn't it, Kayla?
Absolute battle, especially with Tylo being at the mount. Tiny's been in here for quite some time now.
Fights this one off. Gabby Murare, gallant effort trying to get there. breeze is starting to get up a little bit. Got to be happy with the way the weather is shaped up on day 3.
Absolutely. Yesterday was a bit hard, you know. On
Yeah.
Friday night it was windy.
Oh, Friday was like a freezer and a gale force wind. Oh boy, oh boy. You saved the best to last. Ground ball to the pitcher, Morrison. She'll take care of that one, but not before Otahuhu get on a rampage. They put up a crooked number. It is 5 runs indeed that they score there, and that's what you do. You score them together, you score them in bunches if you want a chance to try and win this thing. Otahuhu lead it, 7 runs to 2. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd innings in just a short moment. Looking for a double play here, and they will get it. They will get it. Ariana Kingi, she is there. Is that ground ball off the bat of Zoe Toloff. Goes to the shortstop, the throw over to first base, back in time from Oakline, and they get the double play here. The power play from Mount Albert Ramblers erased in 1 pitch.
That is not something that Ramblers would have wanted or expected to happen, but good form from Otahuhu.
We didn't even get a chance to introduce their power play there. It happened so quick. Jason Gooby's OK Chopper here with Kayla Clark calling this one for you. Hope you're enjoying it. We've got ourselves a good matchup here between Otahuhu, reigning champions, and Mount Albert Ramblers. So Mokogura now. She's on the back end of this one. This looks like trouble. The wind will have it a bit, but Kaya Lee O'Brien played that perfectly.
Yeah, she's just come back from injury as well, you know, and she tracked that one really, really well.
Had to turn 2 ways. It was very clever because the second way she turned was the way the wind was going to take it. So didn't undo herself. Very, very comfortable.
No.
Good to see. Good technique out there. Well, that was a quick innings. That'll do us through the top of the 3rd. Bottom 3 coming up. Score is 7-2. It is Otahuhu leading Mount Albert Ramblers.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. The breeze is up now from the centre field, and it is O'Coin that gets hit by the first pitch of the bottom of the third innings. Go down to first base here. Lauren Parker will step in. Starting pitcher for this final. So with a runner at first base and a 5-run lead now, Kayla, what do you think the offensive strategy?
Offensive strategy will try to move Gretchen,
Yep.
but on a steal she got there already. Same thing in a running scoring position. Lauren will try and get it out into the outfield, or at least move it to third.
Parker will have to dig in again here. Morrison continues to work on the mound. 7 runs given up, 6 hits on the day. Sacrifice bunt, can't get it down. Out front now is Parker again. Pulls it back. Talking to Stephanie Teixeira a little bit about that technique of having the bat out front and coming back to stroke the ball. More of a timing mechanism, is that the way you see it, Kayla?
More of a timing mechanism and making sure that they don't go on, above into a ball as well. But yeah, it's more of a timing mechanism.
Well, Kayla, let's kind of pick your memory a little bit. Over 200 games in the AFC and NFS competition, it's now called now. What's been some of the highlights of your time in that arena?
Oh, well, I'm almost at 20 years with Waitakere Bears, so that's one of my achievements. Throughout that time, I did play for the White Sox as a third baseman.
Yep.
It's given me a good opportunity to play different positions as well, and also teaching what I've learned to the younger generation. Blue Sox is one of them as well. With the good coaching staff, we had Brianna Gibson as head coach, done superb with these under 18 girls. But ultimately, I've learned so much throughout this time, playing 200 games.
Fantastic. And what a great achievement. You were saying you've been with Waitakere for over 20 years?
Well, next year will be 20 years.
Wow.
Yep.
I get a lot of time for people like that, to be fair. Being loyal to your club means a lot to me in my mind. I have a lot of time for players I see that have that in their career. And the only time they tend to move is if it's out of necessity. Maybe they don't have a team that year, their club or whatever the case is. But it says a lot, you play for a club, it means a lot to you, your families and things like that. And at the end of the day, you've contributed a hell of a lot to the community, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely, I believe so.
Here's a hard hit ball, but it'll go foul down the line of Kingy. And Waitakere Bears got a nice young crop of girls coming through amongst the senior veterans. You must be enjoying that.
Yeah, well, we like to have the same processes in place. We want to bring in that young generation, so when they come into the reserve grade or the prem grade, it's consistent.
Well, that is exciting for sure, and exciting times to have that youth coming through. And 21 runs in 3 games on Championship Sunday. Boy, oh boy, you've got to be happy about the youth you've got coming through at the moment. This one comes off the glove of Whiteman. She can't regather it in time. There was some help over there from Whangunga, but the pace of Kingy will get down to first base, and that'll load the bases now for the young right fielder, Kaya Lee O'Brien. Very close play there at first base. Not a lot that Whiteman could do. Was a reactional stab at it. Still allows them to go down and load the bases here. So big opportunity again for Otahuhu, trying to jump all over this big lead they have.
Oh, absolutely. Having loaded bases, we just want to make contact, get it through, one run at a time. Kai's done really well with the last at-bat into the outfield, so be looking to try and do that again.
Looking to do it again is exactly what O'Brien will have on her mind. Hitting plan. This one goes wide. O'Coin will come in standing up as they go 60 feet. 8 runs to 2 now the scoreline. Taking the opportunity that's in front of you, I suppose, is the case here. 8 runs, though. Tyler Morrison still on the hill.
Yep, still on the hill. Was it a different game in the previous game, semi-finals with these two teams?
Oh, completely different. And but that short game at the beginning of it, I think, has been one of the turning points, to be fair. They hadn't seen Morrison, now they have. So, you know, when you talk about it going through the lineup maybe the third time in an actual match, you're going to 2 back-to-back games, I guess, on the same day. That can always be quite difficult for a starting pitcher. Fouls this one off, does Kelly O'Brien. So, Kylie O'Brien coming back from injury. Looks nice and solid here today, doesn't she?
Oh, she's been ready to play. You know, she's ready to go. She's got a lot of composure at the moment. She's seeing the ball very well. It's a great start for her to come back.
Morrison comes back to finish her off on the outside edge, though. And that'll be only the first out of the innings. It'll bring up the second basewoman now, Madison Gerby's hit by pitch her first trip. Full swing down the kitchen sink from Morrison. Fouled back to the screen. I know she's only a young hitter here, Gerby's, but in a situation, again, you were talking about earlier with 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 down here. Oh, it's a bunted run, it's another squeeze. Oh, and it comes out of the glove this time of Toloff. I tell you what, putting the pressure on can do funny things at times, can't it?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Squeeze play, that's the second one we've seen from Otahuhu in the final here. The first one was the Matrix from Miriam Markia. This is the hard ball down the edge. Markia with the hit herself. Will plate 2. She's looking to go to 3 on the play. It'll be a slide and a tag. No tag, just a slide. Markia with a 2 RBI triple. Well, all of a sudden here, Kayla Clark, the foot is on the pedal for sure.
Yep, Otahuhu looks like they've got a good steady movement going into the bats, and they've come to play.
And they are going to have to make a pitching change here. Tyler Morrison will step aside as that'll be 11 runs to 2 at this point, and they will bring on to the pitching circle will be number 14. And I get confused which one's which, so excuse me, you can help me. Is this Alex or Justine Tucker Bidwell? Or am I putting you on the spot?
You are putting me on the spot.
Oh, let's see if we can hear what the scorer says. Which Tucker Bidwell it is coming into pitch here. Justine, there you go. Thank you. We don't need a scorer. We've got good fans. So Justine Tucker Bidwell coming to take over from Tyler Morrison. Just about done on her warm-up pitches, making the changes with the official scorers.
just on Justine, she's only given up 3 walks this whole weekend as well. And believe it or not, I think she's the only lefty that I've seen at the moment.
Good to see. There isn't many left-handed female pitchers at the moment, I don't think. Well, Alex Bloom, the catcher for Otahuhu, will face the first offering from Justine Taku-Bedwell here in the grand final. Otahuhu with a commanding lead now. First one skips away, but the hustle from Toloff behind the dish stops Markia from scoring. This game was really close to start with. It was a battle, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden, it's just exploded here.
Yeah, Otahuhu's just come through. Their backs are solid. They're hot. They're ready to go.
8 hits, 11 runs, and about 22 foul balls. To be fair, it's either that way or that way, right?
Especially with this wind at the moment. It's
Yeah.
quite windy here.
It's come up a little bit for sure. This one's up top now from Taku-Bedwell. Tyler Morrison was the starting pitcher for Mount Albert Ramblers. This one's hard and high. Underneath it is the centre fielder, Gura. Two-handed catch, that is good, but it way too deep. Bloom with a professional sacrifice fly pads the lead now. It is 10 runs the difference, 2-11. 2-12, sorry. Logan Moreland now drives the first pitch she sees for a single to right field. To say Otahuhu's bats are hot right now would be an understatement, I think. But like your team today, 21 runs in 3 games.
That we were.
Yeah.
And as a team, you know, that's really important. When that goes, everyone starts going.
This one will go foul down the right field line off the bat of Hokamo. Notice that Hokamo, she's not just strictly a pull hitter. Seen her try and hit the ball to the right side of the diamond as well as the left. Ball low in the dirt. Of course, the game is 7 innings here in the final, no time limit. This one skips under the glove of Stockford. Hard hit ball from Hokamo. Stockford just unable to get her feet over behind the ball. Gretchen O'Coin will come into bat now. O'Coin with a single and a hit by pitch. The single was up the middle, but that was off Morrison, remember. This drop ball short from Taku-Bedwell. Runners will move up 60 feet. Is it me or things happening quick in this game?
Oh, yeah, it's getting quicker and quicker every innings.
Yeah. And with the base open and 2 outs here, they will put O'Coin on. Allow for a force play to get the last out. It'll be Lauren Parker that'll step in. Foul back.
Kayla Smells. Sit on the screen.
Shout outs everywhere, Kayla.
My lovely team.
I noticed the teams observed them this weekend. There seems to be good unity. There's a few changes in rosters I've noticed this year, but still quite good unity amongst the teams.
Yeah, it's just a matter of every team building their own culture,
Yeah.
team culture.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, you know. There are a lot of changes that happen this season, you know. It's all about what makes them happy.
Yes, right. I must admit, I prefer, like we were saying earlier, being one club person. However, there are these changes, you've got to somehow find a gel, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, that fly out will terminate the innings here to left field, and that'll allow Mount Albert Ramblers to call their power play for the next innings, because 5 runs scored in the second and 5 now in the third. Otahuhu commanding 10-run lead. Mount Albert Ramblers will need to get something going here in the fourth, otherwise she's all over Rover. We'll be back shortly in the top of the fourth when Mount Albert Ramblers come out with a power play. Well, we'll see if the love can be shared here from Mount Albert Ramblers, because they'll need a bit of love. As we see Katrina Nukunuku fly out to the shortstop, Moreland. Tamuku Goro will be starting at second base because it is power play innings for Mount Albert Ramblers. They need at least 1 run to continue in this contest. So we're in the 4th innings here, and the margin is 10. Lisa Muldrin. Now we talked about Alex Bloom being close to the batter. Get it, Muldrin right at the back of the batter's box here. I'll tell you what, Alex could almost tuck her back pocket in if she wanted to.
Yeah.
It's close. That one just clips Muldrin. But not agreeing is Heidi Lethan, home plate umpire. So that does allow Ramblers to move their runner to third base, though, on the pass ball.
Ramblers in a good steady position now. If Lisa can get out through the gaps, then we can keep this game rolling.
Well, only 2 hits on the day from Mount Albert Ramblers. One of those going to Lisa, the single to right field. She can duplicate that here. They'll keep this ball game rolling. Run rule ahead works 15 after 3, 10 after 4, 7 after 5. We're in the 4th inning, albeit the top doesn't matter. And the margin is 10 now, so that's why they need 1 run to continue in this ball game. This one clips the outside edge. Well, not that this happens to you very often, Kayla, but if you were ever in this situation. Here's a good stroke by Muldrin. It'll work. It'll bounce and go into the corner. She will look to turn 3 on this one. And she will, standing up here, Lisa Muldrin, and they will extend the ball game. Stand up, triple plates, and the score now moves 3-12. I was going to ask you, Kayla, that if you're in this situation where you're trailing by 10, or in this case now 9 runs, what's going through your mind? How do you get your team back into the game?
Yep, it's just being confident in the batter's box. Don't let too much thoughts come into your mind when you're at the, when you're in there. You just want to try and make contact, make solid contact through the ball is more like it, and try and make sure that we don't want to lift it in case that they do catch it. But in the instant, if it does get hit in the outfield, at least that it gives opportunity for the runner at third to get home.
Well, composed through the ball. Solid contact. All good advice here from Kayla Clark. 20-year player for one club, Waitakere Bears. Should have started with that, to be honest with you. You might kind of notice I'm kind of keen on that stuff. Anyway, that one's in the dirt, and that'll bring out Jamie Breer, your head coach for Otahuhu. He does have a 9-run lead. Not too sure what he's about to tell them. Maybe it's 9 runs. I don't know. But probably not a lot of coaching needed at this point. But you can never count out Mount Albert Ramblers, can you? Even with a margin like this, you just can't count them out.
Yep, and that's a good thing about Ramblers too. They'll want to come back and battle it out. You know, it's not done until it's, you know, the last out. So they'll keep pushing through.
Well, Whiteman's working hard in the batter's box here. Little smiles and laughter coming out of the huddle from Otahuhu on the mound there. And I suppose you would too if you had a 9-run lead, looking to be back-to-back champions here at the Waitakere Bears Classic. And one through that one, picks up even the count now. Infield still fielding in just a smidge. High chopper. That'll go foul though, barehanded by Kingy on the run. Brooke Whiteman, first basewoman for Mount Albert Ramblers.
With Whiteman, she does really well under pressure, especially in clutch situations like this as well.
Good solid contact. Kingy looks her back. The throw over is in time. No chance for Maldron to move on that type of play. Kingy coming in to field for herself at third base. There was Miki Cooper-Nicola originally. So nice play over there at third base.
Kingy's done really well. She's been real tidy and real clean into third base.
Well, Leilani Andrew will go the first pitch. Moreland will have a chance to try and finish it. And she does indeed. The innings, that is, of course, as she throws that over in time. Good contact from Andrews. But Mount Albert Ramblers do pick up a run. Thank you, Lisa Maldron. We can continue in this ball game. Back shortly, bottom of the 4th. And it is Otahuhu looking for 1 run to get to the showers early.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper. The Ghost. Are you ready to make the switch?
Outstanding grand final here of the Waitakere Bears Classic Fast Pitch Softball Tournament here at Starling Ballpark, Auckland. I'm Jason Gurbies, aka Chopper. Kayla Clark here, calling commentary with us. Fantastic there, very long. Well, it's been a matchup very, very tight to start with. Ramblers scoring 2 runs in the top of the first before Otahuhu replied with 2 themselves. Then Otahuhu got on a tear through the second and the third, scoring 5 runs in each of those 2 innings. But now at Ramblers, backs against the wall. Lisa Maldron drives one and scores a run to keep this game going. So the 12-3 is the scoreline. Ariana Kingy just going down on strikes to Taku Bedwell. Lauren Parker will be running at second base because it's a power play innings from Otahuhu. Kaya Lee O'Brien will step in and nods at the first strike that she receives. Kaya, what have you thought of the game so far?
Oh, it's been an exciting game, you know, with Otahuhu wanting to put the pressure on right at the start, putting the bunts down, and with their bats hot, you know, hitting it out. Ramblers coming back when they can. Like you said before, their back's up against the wall now, but they managed to squeeze in a run in the last inning. So it's been a very exciting game to watch.
Exciting softball for sure. Both teams going head-to-head at each other, trying to become the champion. Change-up is good from Taku Bedwell. Little something in the eye of Kaya Lee O'Brien in the batter's box. Must be one of those Westie sandflies or something, because there's no dirt on the surface.
No, or it could be the tie stuff on the diamond as well. Yeah.
Stockford's in close. The throw bounces, but it's in time. It does allow Parker to go to third base on the play. Remember, if Parker scores here, she's a walk-off. 9 runs the difference at this point. 12-3. Madison Gerby's a second basewoman now. 2 outs. Takes the pitch inside. Well, that must be the TV camera helicopter flying over the top here, Kayla. Well, we are out west. Maybe it's a scenic helicopter.
I would say it's a scenic one, but
okay.
We both know we're kidding.
Yeah, we know what it is. It's a traffic helicopter, of course. Right. Yep. And 3 balls in a row here to Gerbies. Parker, the winning run at third base at this point. 4 in a row. Gerbies will go down to first base. That'll bring up top of the shop. She has been on a tear today. 3 from 3. A double, triple.
This girl's been on fire, that's for sure. All she needs to do is make solid contact. There is a runner at 1 and 3. Like you said before, they score.
First pitch down the middle. Taking her time here. Taku Bedwell trying to bear in here. Ball up the middle. She can make the play. They'll carry on. And she can make the play. Nice job by Stockford. And it is Mount Out Ramblers. Keep this game alive again. They'll get to come out in the top of the 5th innings. They might be trailing by 9, but they just need to score runs to keep on going here. Can they do it? We'll find out when we come back to the top of the 5th inning. 12-3 is the scoreline. It is Otahuhu leading the ball game.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
To the left now. To the right.
Well, it's been left and right all day today, and that has been the way that Lauren Parker has pitched, using both sides of the plate, and she's had to, because this Mount Albert Ramblers team can hit. They have picked up 3 runs in the ball game off 3 hits. Tyler Morrison will lead off. Nelia Fangunga will bat after her, then top of the shop Stockford. 9 runs the difference, so they will need 3 runs here, Kayla Clark, if they will continue in this ball game here on the top of the 5th.
Yeah, just as long as they can make contact, making sure it's solid, going through the ball, get through these gaps, just keep pushing along, they should be fine.
Keep pushing it along, they'll be fine. That is the message here from Kayla Clark. Over 200 matches in the NFC and AFS competition. AFC competition it was called, NFS now. And that one comes down, picks up the strikeout of Morrison. That'll send up Nelia Whangunga, remember. After her, will be top of the shop. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the grand final here. Otahuhu looking to try and repeat. Well, before we get there, we'd like to thank a few people, of course. Great to have Hollywood Fish Farms as one of the chief sponsors of this tournament. The Dugout, for all of your softball apparel and equipment. Thank you for your generous sponsorship this week. And also Auckland Softball, for the use of those two brilliant gazebos. Fantastic to have your support here of the Waitakere Bears 10th annual Bears Classic Softball Tournament. That one fouls back into the leg guards of Bloom. Still smiling though. Catches are like that, weird characters, aren't they?
Shakes it off. You know, it's a little pain, doesn't matter.
No.
You know, they're the ones that take most of the hits too, especially when they come sliding in.
And catches her on the front foot here. I'll tell you what, Lauren Parker got roughed up a little bit by Mount Ramblers in the first semi-final game today. She has bounced right back here, hasn't she? Only given up 3 hits in the contest, pitching a gem. Leah Stockford now. She will see the first pitch pour in. You can see that Parker is pitching with confidence.
Yep, you can definitely see it now. You know, it's you know, the batters are second guessing it now. All you want to try and do now is just make contact.
And she pours in another one. Not mucking around. Trying to get inside to that wonderful clubhouse here at Waitakere Bears and Starling Ballpark. And it's a change-up. It'll sail all the way to Hokomo and it'll sail away to the podium. It is Otahuhu who run out the champions for 2019, erasing the loss to Mount Ramblers in the semi-final. 12 runs to 3. They are convincing victors here to go back-to-back champions, Kaya.
They've done a superb job this week in Otahuhu, coming through and, you know, executing everything they needed to do, both on the offensive and the defensive line. They're very composed in this game too, so it really showed.
Well, outstanding effort there by these two great ball clubs. Mount Albert Ramblers played brilliant. Their best game of the tournament this morning in the semi-final. The final just proving a little bit too far for them. I tell you what, their player was Tyler Morrison in the first game, Zoe Toloff. But in the final, you've got to give it to Lauren Parker. She pitches the complete game here, 5 innings of work, 19 batters she faced, 2 runs, but neither of them were earned today. 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, no walks from Lauren Parker in this one. Offensively, Gretchen O'Coin was good, 1 from 1 today. So was Alex Bloom, 1 from 2. But the top of the shop, she's got to be the offensive powerhouse for Otahuhu in this one. Miriama Markia just ripping it left, right and centre. 3 from 4 today in the leadoff spot, Kaya. You can't be complaining about that.
Oh, absolutely not. You know, she's done superb the whole weekend, you know, coming through this morning against Waitakere Bears, and it's just gone higher and higher, and she really proved her performance in this final.
Well, the White Sox international star leadoff hitter for Otahuhu. She will be celebrating with her teammates as they go back-to-back champions here at the Waitakere Bears Classic. Well, thank you for your viewership on this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'd like to thank our tournament officials, Fran Bromhead, the tournament chief. Chief umpire was Tama Howard on this one. Lynn Letha was the official scorer, chief scorer on this one. Ground crew, Sean Vennemore, Mike Patton and Dave Moody. Fantastic for your effort. For all the ladies and gentlemen that helped us with the streaming this weekend. Aaron O'Brien, thank you for your service, sir. And of course we had Stephanie Tashira helping us out in the booth. Brody also helping us out, the assistant coach from the Waitakere Bears team. Kayla Clark here on the final. Lainey Hutchinson, he's been doing an amazing job with all of the streaming here for the Waitakere Bears Women Club. Any last thoughts on the tournament, Kayla?
Oh, it turned out to be a stunner of a day. You know, great class of softball, especially at the start of the season. It's good to see a lot of young ones coming through and playing, especially in the Premier level now. But overall, it's been really good weekend.
Yeah, fantastic weekend, don't you? And of course, how can we forget the video switcher on the final?
Oh, Casey Hutchinson, you know, he's the son of Lani. He's done a really, really good job with doing all the switching of the screens. We thank you for that.
Thank you, Casey, and congratulations, young man, for switching a great final here. It is Otahuhu who go back-to-back champions for 2019 to go with their 2018 title. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed it. On behalf of the Waitakere Bears Softball and Baseball Club, I'm Jason Gurvis, aka Chopper. Guess what? We'll see you all next time.